Conference taking place at the Department of International Relations and Cooperation in Pretoria this morning. The biennial conference brings together all the heads of South Africa's diplomatic missions abroad to assess national, regional, continental and global trends as well as dynamics. Now it further determines a strategy to be implemented in line with South Africa's foreign policy vision and mission. Our reporter Lehana Tsotetsi is there. A very good morning to you, Lehana. And can you give us a sense of what is happening there this morning?
A very good morning to you, and I must say that we are at the Department of International Relations and Cooperation. This is where the heads of missions are meeting to discuss some of the issues that are related to the country's foreign policy, as well as how they should align themselves to it. But with me now to give us a further issues around the subject is the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation. Minister, welcome. Just to give us a background on what the conference is all about.
Well, we have a program here in DICO that we keep in touch with our diplomats through our electronic means, but that at least once a year we meet with them either in their regional areas, or in the second year then they come back home. So this is the third time that they have come back home since President Zuma became president from 2009. So we are bringing them back home to look at how they would be getting first-hand message from the President, His Excellency President Jacob Zuma, about how we are together moving South Africa forward, taking into consideration our national interests, that which makes tourism arrivals at highest levels possible despite the economic doom and gloom that started in 2008, how they keep working very hard to bring investments home despite these global challenges. So we think this is a big opportunity for us. I've just spoken to the ambassadors. I was inspired, I must say, that amongst our young cadets, one stood up now to speak to our new graduates, she spoke beautifully. So I am very confident that we are on the right track. We are aware of the challenges that are of peace and security nature. We think that gives us an opportunity for the President to now congratulate once again the new Secretary General of the UN, but also to continue on our struggle for a reformed UN and its institutions of global governance, and in particular the UN Security Council and the Bretton Woods institutions. We are excited that our ambassadors come back home at the time when we are no longer just dreaming about becoming members of BRICS, that the Africa Regional Center is about to be opened. We've got an address, we are making final touch-ups, and many heads of states in Africa are already demanding that they be part of the official opening of the African Regional Center. But as I say this, we've also made history because BRICS New Development Bank is the first to start issuing out loans in the first few years of its inception. So ambassadors need to be giving us feedback about issues political, from where they come from, security, and also economic development.
Minister, whilst on this issue, you're referring to peace and security and the feedback that you'll be getting from ambassadors. We've got a situation in South Sudan, and we've been made to understand that Vice President Riek Machar is in South Africa to seek medical care. But your take on the fact that he's here to seek, and in South Sudan there are reports that he has declared a dead end to the peace and security, and yet he's here for medication.
Well, I had the opportunity of meeting the new Vice President of South Sudan in Kenya. So there is a new Vice President of South Sudan, and his name is Taban, His Excellency. And he reassured us and the Foreign Minister, Amina, in Kenya, that they are moving forward with the implementation of the peace process. Former Vice President Riek Machar came to South Africa with the full understanding that he's coming here for no other reason except for medical treatment or attention. This has been communicated to the country where he was, Khartoum or Sudan, but also to His Excellency President Salva Kiir, but also His Excellency Vice President Taban, who comes from the faction of former President Riek Machar.
Thank you very much, Minister. That's Minister Maite Nkoana-Mashabane giving us a background of the situation in Sudan and the presence of the former Vice President of South Sudan, Riek Machar. Back to you in the studio.